I just gotta say that's a great question, Haley's Funger. How are we not at 10K yet? How is that happening? Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. What's going on, everybody? Oh my God. Well, gang, we've got a weird week coming up, and tonight might be a weird stream because I am leaving for the airport at like 4 in the morning. And I have so much to do. I still have clothes to put in the dryer. I still have a bag to pack. I cannot pack early. I'm almost 40 years old. I just know who I am, you know? So, hello everyone. Welcome. Oh, yes, please get that gift. That was a good one. I will say that. Yeah, so hearts in the chat if you also wait till the last minute to pack your bags. Actually, suitcase in chat. Suitcases in chat. If you wait till the last minute to pack for a trip. Because that's where I'm at. I mean, I got like my little toiletries and stuff together, but I'm still like planning in my head what I want to wear. There's them suitcases, baby. Shout out to all my type B girlies in the chat. Oh, I think you can see you can see them a little bit. You can see my Life of a Showgirl nails a little bit better. I can't do anything last minute because I'm insane. Ugh, I wish I was that kind of insane. I'm the kind of insane where I'm like, well, I have to leave at 4, so why don't I just stay up all night and sleep on the plane? I'm proud of myself, though, that I actually started my laundry earlier than I usually do. So now it just needs to go in the dryer. But usually I would probably put it in the laundry, put it in the wash at like midnight, like a fucking idiot. So I'm flying out for a work trip tomorrow. And so I will... Let's just show you. The schedule's going to be weird for the next week, gang, just so you know. I have a work trip the first half of the week, and then next weekend I'm going to a writing retreat where hopefully I'll be working on my own writing and maybe my novel. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to be working on. I have to get through this work trip, and then I'll be able to think about that next piece. And it always feels that way. It always feels like I have a trip and a retreat back to back. And I cannot think about the writing until something big is out of the way. Cool timing. That's what being an adult is all about. So, yes, your gainfully employed girly is going to have a weird schedule this week, through to next weekend. So here is the plan. Tomorrow I fly to the West Coast, and that means that my favorite fast food will be within DoorDash range. What is my favorite fast food? Fucking Jollibee. Shout out Jollibee. Spaghetti in the chat if you like Jollibee. We don't have it here where I live. And I only tried it, I think, because Chelsea Lynn, a.k.a. Trailer Trash Tammy, loves it too, and she tried it, and I was like, oh man, when I go to LA I gotta try that. So when I went to LA I tried it and I loved it, and so now anytime I'm on the West Coast I gotta get it. So I'm gonna do a mukbang. I'm gonna get all the cool stuff. Jollibee, yeah, Jollibee. It's a Filipino fast food place, so they have the best fried chicken, amazing fried chicken. They do this crazy spaghetti with hot dogs in it that's delicious. It's wild. So I'm going to get a bunch of different stuff to try, because I'm getting to the hotel a day early because I need to do that. I'm such an introvert. I need to get there, settle in, have a night to myself before I have to be on with everybody. So yeah, tune in on Sunday, tomorrow evening, for a Filipino fast food mukbang. I'm so excited about it. Monday and Tuesday, I will be with my work peeps and probably will not do a stream. Maybe I'll do a little something if I'm bored in my hotel room at night. But it'll probably be pretty late, and I won't have my setup at all. So it'll just be on my phone for all this stuff. No, I am going to Arizona to get them dongarn alligators. Oh, the spicy fried chicken is so good. And you can get like a side of gravy to go with it, and the gravy is so good. Like it puts KFC to shame in so many ways. So I'm so excited about that. Anyone here from Arizona? I'm not going to get more specific than I'm going to Arizona. So yeah, okay. So Monday, Tuesday, I'll be out of commission. Wednesday, I fly home. I probably won't do a stream. I'm going to put a question mark in case I feel like just coming on and like playing Subnautica for a little while. But it will not be the usual stream that we do on a Wednesday. Thursday might be more likely. Maybe I'll do some spooky content since we'll have missed a weird Wednesday. And I have a cool topic for that. We used a video, I think it was during the lobotomy deep dive. We used a video from like this Museum of Anatomy or something like that. And the one with that had the cadavers in the background. And I found another video from them that is crazy. And so maybe we'll do that on Thursday if I feel like it. Sweesh, I will not tell you where I'm going in Arizona. Okay, so that's Thursday. We might do some spooky content then. Friday, Saturday, I will be in the mountains of Vermont, hopefully writing, hanging out with writers, doing writerly things, honoring my professor who is fucking dying. It's very sad. He has a huge brain tumor and only has a couple months to live. He's an older man. He's lived a long and wonderful life and has impacted so many people, so many writers. But I imagine I will not be in the mood to stream. I will probably want to be writing and doing introspective things. So I come back on Sunday, and so we will do the regular after party on Sunday. I don't know how much of H3 I'm even going to be able to watch throughout this stuff. But I'll do what I can. And then Sunday we will meet up and do what we do. So I think that's it. So yeah, basically the guaranteed thing from me, if you want to hang out, will be tomorrow, probably like late afternoon Pacific time. I will be eating fried chicken in my hotel room. That is the guarantee. Everything else is kind of up in the air. So make sure you turn notifications on, at least for this week. You don't need them on all the time. But if I decide to pop up or if I decide to schedule a stream, I want y'all who are actually here to be the first ones to know about it. So there you go. Okay. First order of business, I already see people talking about it in chat. We're going to talk about Taylor Swift's new album. Oh shit, I need to plug my phone in. Where is it? All right, hang on, I get my charger. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We are talking about Tay Tay. Yes, Deej, if I'm going to do something, the mods will be the first to know. Shout out to the mods as always. Thank you so much. I know my schedule has been a little weird. But I will keep y'all posted as much as I can. Sometimes I might just hop on, and you guys are, I'm just talking to mods here. You guys are not expected to be there if I just decide to like do a gaming stream out of nowhere. I don't want you to feel like you have to drop things. I don't want you to feel like frustrated that I didn't say it. I am sometimes an impulsive person. And so sometimes I'm just going to do a stream and y'all might be surprised by it. I'll just tell you that now. I'll just tell you that now. So shout out, yay, shout out to the mods. Woo! Love you guys so much. Thank you for putting up with my type B bullshit. Okay. So Taylor Swift, the Life of a Showgirl album. Before we talk about that, I do want to say I don't care about the Charli XCX beef. I didn't even know it existed. Don't care about it. As a creative person who went to grad school with a bunch of creative people who were constantly fighting with each other, artists are sensitive people. They are going to get in their feelings about things. They're going to have conflicts with each other. And they're going to mine those conflicts for their art. So, I mean, artists throughout history have had beefs, right? Especially when they are somewhat similar. And I'm not saying Charli XCX and Taylor Swift are similar. I'm saying they are two women trying to make music at a pretty large level, right? Like a pretty visible level in 2025. So yeah, I'm not surprised that it's happened. I don't really care about it at all. I'm obviously a big Taylor fan, and I haven't been able personally, and this is just personally, I don't like Charli XCX's music. What I've heard has not intrigued me to want to listen to more of it. And I know that's probably shameful as a gay person, but what I've heard doesn't seem to have like a melody to it. And maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I need to look more into it. But yeah, I like a melody. I like a hook. I just don't think that I don't think it's the taste. It's not my taste, and it's not my scene. That doesn't mean that it's terrible or shitty or worse than Taylor's music. Like, music is one thing that we can all just have opinions about, right? It doesn't make anybody a bad person to like Taylor Swift or to like Charli XCX. And I don't think we need to tear down one woman or another. Again, it's not a moral stance, right? And I think a lot of people are getting into it as like a moral stance, like, oh, Taylor's making so much money and she's a fucking billionaire. And it's like, yeah, billionaires are terrible. Billionaires shouldn't exist. I like her music, and I don't think she is the worst thing that's happening right now. So let's just all, I mean, neither one of them are out here killing people or abusing people. So let's just enjoy the music. I don't like the internet default to pit women against each other. Yes, I mean, we've seen it. Beyonce and Taylor Swift, right? We've seen Nicki Minaj versus Cardi B. Like, it's always, there's only room for one, right? And then they have to like battle each other. It's just so stupid. So whenever I see that, I reject it on the basis of misogyny. Drake and Kendrick, yeah, but that's like a beef that they got into. It wasn't like society pushing it on them. It was never, I don't think anybody who actually enjoys music was like, yeah, Drake and Kendrick are fighting for the same place. I think everyone knows that Drake and Kendrick make very different music, and they're allowed to, right? There's allowed to be that nuance within music created by men. We got like 2,000-ish billionaires to eat before we get to Taylor. Exactly. Yes, and rap beef, I think rap beef is so fun and entertaining and creative. So I love it. I mean, except when it like results in people getting murdered, right? But I loved the Drake and Kendrick thing. That was so entertaining. And I hope the Cardi B and Nicki thing ends up being more musical, because right now they're just like shitting on each other's children, which is so gross. And I hope that stops. Yeah. If we want, I mean, I am not prepared to talk about the Nicki Cardi stuff. If more stuff happens, I can talk about it because I know of like, I think a podcaster might have started this shit. I mean, I know that it's been going on between them for a while, but a podcaster that I listened to had some very harsh words for Cardi. And I feel like that's how Nicki jumped into it. But yeah, that's a story for another day. If things happen this week, maybe. Okay. So yeah, that's what I want to say. Just like a huge whatever to the debate on the show. I actually skipped most of it because I just don't care. And the way that people were talking about Taylor was, I don't know. I didn't like it. I didn't appreciate it. It gave me the same vibe as a lot of these like fake online activists where they're just like, they think they can be ugly because they think that they are in the right about something, right? And I just don't like it. I didn't like it at all. Yeah, there is no comparison, Olivia. They're very different, right? So, yes, Neo. Yes, the read. I think Crystal started it. Or she kicked it off, in my opinion. But I don't know. Maybe Nicki was already saying shit, but Cardi replied directly to what Crystal was saying. Hang on, I want to try to fix my... Oh, it's a little more orange than I want. The temperature on these lights, I got to fix those when I get back. But yeah, so I think she might have contributed to it. Taylor catches a lot of shit for just existing a lot, even when there's valid criticism. How do we compare two completely different sounding artists? I mean, they both have vaginas, so they have to be in competition with each other. Yeah, just that's what I don't understand. Like Cardi, love Cardi. I'm not Cardi, Charli. Love her, be obsessed with her. Love Taylor, be obsessed with Taylor. Why does it mean you have to like be ugly and mean about someone else? That's the stan culture, right? That's the stan culture. That's the snark culture. And I don't subscribe to it. Okay, now for The Life of a Showgirl. People on the internet do not like this album. And I do think that some of that is because of like just the general hate that Taylor gets. I think it's very cool to hate Taylor, right? Because she's pretty cringe. But I'm cringe, so that's fine. People don't like it. I was out for the day on October 3rd, so yesterday when it came out. It was my wife's birthday, so we were like out driving around. We got dim sum. It was so awesome. Like we just had a really nice day, and we were listening to the album. Like we listened to it through a couple times, and I thought it was great. I thought it was fun and poppy, and kind of has like a 70s vibe to it with like the bass lines and the drums that they used. So I thought it was nice, right? Like it was a short, sweet little album. Most of the songs I enjoyed. I would consider it pretty, I would be able to just play it through, you know? It wasn't like earth shattering and life changing, but it just felt like a fun pop album to me with like a little disco vibe to a lot of it. But then I get online and people are just shredding it. Like, we're so mean about it. And like, that's fine, be mean, whatever. But just like, I don't know. I didn't get it. I liked it a lot. I think people are mad that it's not deeper like Folklore or the Tortured Poets Department. But like, I have to tell you as a writer, when you're happy, when you're truly happy, it is very hard to write deep stuff. Because a lot of the times we mine our pain, our suffering, our sadness, our yearning, right? For stories and poems and songs. Like that is where like the really good stuff comes from. Like think about All Too Well, right? You can just feel all the feelings in that, right? But when you're happy, when your yearning is resolved, when your sadness is resolved, when you're just having a great time and getting your back blown out, which we officially know, it's hard to write super poignant lyrics about stuff, right? So I don't know. I was like, good for her. Like the whole album, I was just like, she's happy. She's happy. She's talking about marriage. She's talking about having kids. And these are things that she had never even referenced before, right? To me, it feels like she's like, I am cringe and I am free. That's what it feels like to me. So we, and her dick is bigger. I think that was about Scooter Braun, right? That's what I was seeing. All right, so we have a tier list here. Of course, the internet already made one. So I'm going to, on my phone, I'm going to play the songs in my headphones so I can remember what they sound like because I've only had like 2, 3 listen throughs. I already know that Opalite is S tier, so let me just put that up there. So I'm just going to go through and remind myself how I feel about these songs very quickly. And y'all can vote in the comments as well. So what are we giving The Fate of Ophelia while I listen to myself? Let's see. The Fate of Ophelia. Okay. Is it going to play it? Why aren't you playing it? Oh, I might just have to play it. All right. I'm going to mute my mic so I don't get claimed. Fate of Ophelia is a fucking banger. It's an S tier song. I'm sorry. I mean, and I'm comparing it within the album. I'm not doing it like of her whole catalog. This is within the album. These are the tiers. I think doing outside of that is a lot, right? Oh, you think The Fate of Ophelia is better than Opalite? I mean, I actually might agree with you on that. We can do A. We can do A for Opalite for sure. Okay, so that's next up. Elizabeth Taylor. I think I know how I feel about this one, but I'm gonna listen just in case. So Elizabeth Taylor now. If you're gonna be grooving, put the cam on bigger screen. Oh, for is this for you to clip me? Hang on. Okay, S, B, or C. A for okay, all right. Now I have to weigh in because y'all are all over the map. I like this one. It's catchy, but yeah, I might give it a. It's not one of my favorites. I'll probably give it a C. I think I agree with some of y'all that it's a C. Or a B. All right, we've got A's and we have C's, so maybe I'll give it a B. We'll see if it stays there. I mean, like the Elizabeth Taylor is very catchy, and I love that she's talking to Elizabeth Taylor, like, because Elizabeth had all of these different men, right? And so she's asking her, like, do you think this is forever? Which is also kind of like foreshadowing that it might not be a little tiny bit, right? But we'll see. All right, next up we have oh, Father Figure is so good. Okay, Father Figure's next. I don't even think I need to listen to that one. I think Father Figure, let me look at the other songs on here because I don't want to give a bunch of them. I think Father Figure's an A. No, I really like Father Figure. I'm going to put that as S for sure. What do y'all think about Father Figure? A B! Hang on, let me listen to it again. You're right. It's not an S. The beginning's like meh to me. I'll give it an A. I think it's an A. A plus. Okay. She's basically saying, yeah, I like the story of it for sure when it actually gets into it, right? Like I protect the family. Above Opalite is crazy. What about on the same tier as Opalite? I like Opalite a lot. No, I love this. Have your opinions. Oh yeah, this album people hate it. Like a lot of Taylor fans don't like it. Like my cousin is a big fan and she hated this album. Hated it. Not me though. Oh, Eldest Daughter I really like, but let me just make sure how I feel about it. So Eldest Daughter's next up. What do we think? As an eldest daughter, I think y'all are being a little hard on this song. A, if you ignore the beginning. Yeah, the beginning's a little cringe. But I love when she's talking about herself. Like, I told you I was busy. That was a lie. I told you I didn't believe in marriage. That was a lie. And then at the very end, when she says, like, when you're the youngest, you feel like you were raised in the wild. Like, she's talking to Travis, right? I just love it. So you know what? I think Opalite's an S, and I think Eldest Daughter's an A. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Y'all can be mad. Okay, next up. Next up is Ruin the Friendship. This is an interesting one. Okay, let me listen to it. Cast your votes for Ruin the Friendship. Love the beat. I like this one a lot. I love this song. The vibe of it is so it feels kind of both like 70s and 90s to me. I really like it a lot. Let me hear the hook. 1 second. Oh, and it's about like an almost boyfriend from high school who died. Like this is such a beautiful story. And we hear about Abigail again in this song. My advice is always ruin the friendship. My advice is always answer the question better than to ask it all your life. I just think that's beautiful. I think it's an A. I really like that song. I like it better than Elizabeth Taylor for sure. Jeff Lang, is that who it's about? I don't know who that is. Okay. A, B, or A? People are saying B, A. Okay. Someone said C. S tier. Kristen loves it. Okay, A. All right, great. A, it's beautiful, but I won't re-listen to it as much as the others. Aha, okay. Forever Winter. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, that's her friend. Okay. All right, next up, Swifties probably already know. Actually Romantic. So this is the one that is supposedly about Charli XCX. And people are very divided about it. So let me listen to it. Oh, this is the one that reminds me of Weezer. It sounds like the Sweater song. Say it ain't so. Oh, oh. Like right away I can hear it. And is this the one that's also a little like Teenage Dirtbag? This one has like a very 90s vibe. Definitely feels snarker related. I will say Actually Romantic, and maybe there was another one. Maybe it was Father Figure. No, I think this one and Eldest Daughter. I thought of Ethan a little bit about just like the internet and how fucking toxic it is. All right, let me listen to Actually Romantic for a sec. I love it. I think her going straight for like, you're on fucking coke and you talk shit about me. I love it. People are like, oh, Taylor's being petty. It's like, so fucking what? Let a girl be petty. So, actually romantic. Fuck. Do I want to give another song an A? Yeah. It feels, oh, let me see what the hook is. I mean, the bridge, because I don't remember what it is. No one's ever loved me like you do. Oh yeah, how many times has your boyfriend said, why are we always talking about her? Pfft, this is S. I'm sorry, this is S tier. And it's also kind of lesbianic. Although I do not think Taylor is even a little bit bisexual. Charli's song about her was insecurities, and then Taylor said, you are addicted to drugs. Listen, though, I mean, was Charli hiding her shit talking and being insecure, being like, no, it wasn't really about her. It was just what my brain says, right? Like when they said that, I was like, that feels like mean girl shit. Of being like, that's not what I meant. I was just talking about myself. Okay. Next up. Yeah, I mean, let's not act like it's not clear that Charli's on drugs, right? All right, next up is Wish List, which I think is very sweet. I like this one. Let me listen to it again for 1 sec. Cast your votes. All right, I'll give this one a B. I don't like the writing as much, but I just like the sentiment of it because I'm in love, man. I'm happily in love and I just love these songs because I feel the way she does, you know? Yeah, I think it's a cute song, right? I think she's happy. And I like that about her. Yeah, I agree, Kristen. I agree with that. Okay, cool. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm giving Wood. I don't even have to listen to it. Wood is getting a D because it's about Travis's dick and I don't care. Like, it's a cute, funny, like tongue-in-cheek song. I won't skip it. Well, wait, if I won't skip it, I'll give it a C. Because I do have a song I will skip. Oh, okay, yeah, I really liked this album. D for the D. I'm gonna go C because I won't skip it, but yes, exactly. The melody saves it. It is such an earworm, yeah. But girl, like, listen, Taylor, I'm so glad that you are, as I said, getting your back blown out. Very happy for you, right? But damn. Oh, actually, I am gonna give it a D. I have to because when she talks about opening her thighs, I'm like, girl, you spend the whole song doing these like extended metaphors for your boyfriend's or your fiance's penis, right? And then you just talk about opening your thighs. I'm like, ew. I just don't want to hear that. I don't think it's clever. I just think it's weird. So yeah, I forgot about that piece. So Wood gets the D. Circle gets the square and Wood gets the D for sure. I don't even know who Marina is, Olivia. Don't even know who that is. Okay, Canceled also gets a D. I don't like that song at all. I think it's dumb. It feels like, I mean, never mind. I was going to say a WNBA reference, but I don't think that won't fly here. You guys won't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, Canceled, I don't care about. It feels kind of tone deaf. Just not a fan. Marina and the Diamonds. Oh, I'll have to check them out. I don't like Canceled. Is a skip. Yeah, it's like, I like my friends. Canceled. It's like, but canceled usually means like you've done something shitty and problematic, right? Like when I was listening to it with my wife, she was like, what? How has Taylor gotten canceled? I was like, oh, there's like the Kanye thing and then like the private jet thing, I guess. But like, are we bragging about that? Like maybe there's other stuff. I don't know. I'm not a huge Swiftie, right? Big fan of her, but there's tons of stuff I don't like. Sounds like a song Boogie would write. Yeah. About Blake. Yeah, that's what I thought too. So yeah, it doesn't jive with me. Like I don't know. That feels like you're saying I like that my friends are mean girls, and it's like, meh. I don't care. Yeah, then she describes friends who got canceled for no good reason. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's a skip for me. Honey, I think is really sweet. I will probably give Honey a C. It's not a song I would skip. It's not a song that I will put on, but I love the story of like how Travis changed language for her. Like these terms of endearment that she has come to see as patronizing, condescending, passive aggressive, right? But she's like, but you change the way I hear it, right? And I just think it's really sweet. I think C works perfectly for that. Low D for Honey. Like when I was listening to it, it's not a song. I don't remember how it sounds, right? I don't remember how it sounds, but I remember the story of it and being like, oh, I like that. Like, that's really cute, you know? So yeah. Oh, and then Life of a Showgirl. Let me listen to it. I think I know how I feel about it, but again, I liked the story of it. Yeah, I mean, as soon as she comes in, it's like it's a an S tier song, I think. Who does it remind me of? It reminds me of another song. It's never gonna come to me now, but someday I'll remember it. But yeah, I think it's a beautiful song, and I like that. I like Sabrina's part on it too. I don't fuck with this album, but I'm happy Taylor is in love with someone who sees her and is kind to her. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I said, it's hard to write deep music when you're just happy, right? I mean, she wrote this when she was on the Eras tour and was apparently just having a blast. So I mean, she made a fun album. I mean, I'm not going to overanalyze it. I don't think she wants it to be overanalyzed. She's very clear about what every song is about, right? It's not like these tortured innuendos and stuff, right? It's just, this is what's going on. I'm happy. I'm healed, right? Like, what song is it when she's like, I would have, I would have drowned. Oh, that was The Fate of Ophelia, right? Like, I would have drowned. I would have stayed with these fucking losers forever if you hadn't found me. And I feel that way too, you know? So that's it. That's my tier list. Anything that y'all super disagree with? Jesus was a carpenter. Yep. And a believer too, probably. Yeah, it's fun and silly and cringe, right? But like, she's getting older. She's getting older and she's allowed to be cringe. We elder millennials are gonna be cringe to people like Charli and others. So yeah, that's the tier list, gang. What do you think? Oh, I haven't watched the videos yet. I'll probably do that on my work trip. One of my coworkers is a huge Swiftie, and so we'll probably talk about it. All right, that was fun. So thank you, Taylor, for a fun little album for fall. Oh, geez, Ella, I'm so sorry. Oh, I don't know why the thing didn't work, but thank you. Thank you for the gift. Peace and love, Ella. I hope you're safe. If I'm not cringe, I'm not living my life. Exactly. Just be fucking cringe, bro. To be cringe is good. I think so. I think being cringe means you're free of thinking what the younger generation thinks about you. Like, I don't give a shit. Somebody on, I think it was on TikTok, somebody commented on a H3 fans page saying like, ooh, millennial cringe, right? Because they were like talking about Teddy Fresh or something like that. And I was like, don't worry, baby, you're going to get old too. That's how time works. Like, you're going to get old and Gen A is already on your ass making fun of you. Like, you can't escape it. But you're going to get to an age where you don't give a fuck anymore. And that's where we're at. That is where we're at. Yes, to be cringe is to be free. Agree. All right, so let's get into the H3 related stuff. We've got a couple of things. We have the legal mindset situation. And then we also have stuff about a specific snarker who has been very vocal and potentially lying about the H3 mods, the H3 subreddit mods, and the community in general. And there's some wild shit surrounding that. So we will get into that. But first up, let's talk about the legal mindset stuff. If you were, first, the H3 trial versus Denims, Frogan, and Caseytron has a date. It's going to be mid-December 2026. So over a year. Oh, there's a video on Discord. Sorry. Let me look. I don't have my Discord open. But the trial is going to be mid-December 2026. That's probably going to change, right? But it just makes you realize how slow this stuff moves, you know? So video. Taylor Swift sounds exactly like the Colleen Ballinger's ukulele apology song to me. No, it doesn't. Okay. Apparently, Frogan's response was due by yesterday and she didn't file. What does that mean? Okay, yeah, Lanula, we're going to talk about the weirdness of legal mindset as well. So we have the trial date, mid-December 2026. So it's going to take a long time. Like, the justice system moves at a glacial pace, especially compared to like the instant gratification of the court of public opinion on social media, right? On Reddit and Twitter. But here is what has happened this week. So last night I was doing a little spooky stream and then I was playing Subnautica for a while. And while I was on, Legal Mindset, who's a legal YouTuber, who has been talking a lot about the H3 stuff, he was streaming and said he had proof that one of the Snarker mods is a Reddit employee. Of course, I was like, holy shit, that's insane. Like, this just keeps getting crazier, right? It was shocking. It was shocking to hear, but I wasn't watching it, right? So I couched my reaction with, if this is true, let's take it with a grain of salt. Let's see, like, let's verify it, all that. Because I have said before, and I will say again, Legal Mindset gets very drama brained. He really enjoys the drama. And so I don't always fully trust what he's saying. I think he does some confirmation bias and it gets him kind of outside of the realm of objective truth. So I'm glad I said that because after looking further into it, here's the bucket of cold water. It's extremely unlikely that the Redditor meant what they said. When they said they were a Reddit employee, it was clearly, to me, a sarcastic joke. So here is we're gonna look more into it. Here is the clip of Legal Mindset talking about it. Shut the hell up. Okay. So, also, these are the last videos where we're going to watch of Legal Mindset, because after this and after some stuff that I learned today, I don't trust him and I don't like him. So, these are going to be the last videos that we watch of him. Sorry, Charli. Even like when he was doing the Denims update video, he was like calling her sweetie and honey. And I was like, ew, I didn't like that. So I think that we can be objective when someone is not a source we want to get our information from, right? Just because they feel the same way we do about certain people. All right. So here is his video called Reddit is legally cooked. We'll see about that. Okay, so here is the clip.
Again, associating with some questionable characters, and then going even further, showing the lawsuit, showing exactly where they are named. So highlighting that user, use/Roman P, which is there amongst others like underscore right Salamander and H3 Snark Mod team. So
okay, so I can I verified here. This is the lawsuit. Why isn't it working? Come on now. It's page 6, yeah. I verified that he is, Roman P is mentioned as one of the moderators in the lawsuit. So that much has been verified. That much was true. But that's kind of where the truth ends here.
So they're clearly named in the lawsuit, right? Clearly named in the lawsuit. But here is the real bombshell, folks. Here is the thing that blows this case wide open. And
spoiler alert, it doesn't blow anything wide open. It leaves questions, and we'll talk about the questions. But he's juicing here. He's definitely juicing. And I don't want us falling for that.
Can lead to the absolute destruction of Reddit. This could be enough to tear Reddit down, the whole institution, if Ethan decides to pursue it aggressively, which, you know, he has no reason not.
And maybe that's true. Maybe there could be a way to pursue it aggressively, and maybe he will. But I don't know. You'll see what I mean.
Not to at this point. Let's flip over here. Let's flip over here. You have an admission, a 100% confession.
Does a comment on Reddit count as a confession of anything? I don't know.
Right here. They're saying concern level for you. This whole thing is so odd. Roman P, once again, the head moderator, saying not concerned at all, balancing working at Reddit and being the head moderator for H3 Snark has kind of been stressful, though.
Okay, so that was the first comment, which on its face could be true, right? It doesn't seem like it's super sarcastic and jokey, right? But to base your entire video on that, like destroying Reddit, I think is crazy. Let's see if he has anything else to say about this before we dismantle it.
We have a confession.
A confession
right in front of everybody, in front of God and everybody, that the head moderator is a Reddit employee, is working at Reddit. This person, which has civil liability now and potential, and once again, once we dig, there may be criminal stuff that comes out, who knows? Right? They are on the hook for this. And they have put Reddit in a horrible position, particularly because we had the separate filing disclosure where we had Reddit admins offering us free subscriptions to privacy software to remove our PII from the internet.
Okay, so that piece combined with this quote unquote confession could make trouble for Reddit, but as y'all will see, it's not. It is pretty clear that the person was being sarcastic. Will the judge care that they were being sarcastic? I don't know, but this is some further stuff from Leftovers H3 that I found on the H3 subreddit. The reason Ethan has not been banned. I am a team leader at the Reddit support, and I know of why this is the same person. I know of why Ethan Klein has been able to not get hit with a ban evasion. Yes, we know he is still on here. No, we will not permaban him for ban evasion. Why? It is not solely in my hands, really, but still. I agree with a lot of what gets posted on here, and as a result, I have been working overtime to make my team ignore reports that are coming in daily referencing the snark from the subreddit. Now, this post also does not seem like a joke, right? Like, this first one does not seem like a joke. That is the main reason he still roams free. But that whole thing about Reddit supposedly telling Ethan his subreddit is just as bad, if not worse. Yeah, that was a lie made up by Taylor Lorenz, who is in love with Hassan. What? While I appreciate Taylor Lorenz's intention with this cover-up, I knew it was only a question of when it would blow up, so I decided to act. Due to the imbalance between our, let's be honest, snark subreddit and theirs, which, again, to be honest, has a lot of fair critique and productive discussion, this doesn't even feel like I have been forced to resort to dirty tricks to keep our headquarters from planning Ethan Klein's downfall alive. Outsiders can call me immoral. I would not disagree, really. Why does it lie? Exactly. I just find getting people snark-brained more important than morals at this point. It is a war, people, and war is hell. Getting people snark-brained is more important than morals. No one cannot judge me if you have not been in my position, which as far as I know, no one really can claim except for our CEO, who goes by Roman P here on Reddit. Oh, okay. So this is a different CEO. This is a different Reddit person. I thought this was the sarcastic one. Maybe that's the next one. So then they reference Roman P here, our CEO, which is a joke. Yes, everything in this post makes sense, or I will ban you. Stay hydrated and keep being snark brain. We have a mission to complete. So this is potentially very sarcastic, right? Very ironic. Thank you for your outstanding work. Your contributions have been greatly appreciated. And as such, I, Roman P, interim CEO of Reddit on one of my many sock puppet accounts, obviously a joke, have just approved your promotion. Your new title will be Senior Team Leader and Community Liaison for Leftovers H3. Please feel free to take an extended paid vacation to celebrate the fruits of your labor. Like, clearly ironic and joking. This is Roman P again. Me and the boys meeting up at 4:20 every day at Reddit HQ to discuss the downfall of H3. Then someone else said, LOL, but for real, delete this. And they said, what the hell, Panda? And then more people are warning them to take it down. While it's mildly amusing, I wouldn't post satire that Ethan and Foot Fungi will take serious in bad faith, of course. I don't think anyone is taking it seriously in bad faith. I think people just believe it. They're not pretending to believe it like snarkers do. Right? Like, people that I've seen talking about this are not like, at least me, like last night, I was not doing it in bad faith. I was just like, holy shit, that's crazy. And maybe it makes sense. But I'm not going to keep believing it, even though I know it's sarcastic, right? Do you think there's a world where he has a low-level position and they just joke about him being CEO? I have no idea. I don't know. I only know what they've shared, and all of it is clearly like cloaked in 80 layers of irony, right? Okay. I feel like there must be a place where we can express ourselves. I think freedom of speech should prevail and that satire is important. That said, if your comments get heavily upvoted, I will remove the post. Unlike Pedo Troll, I like to listen to my peers. Also, if any mod reads this and find that there is something even remotely at stake with me posting this, I encourage you to remove it. So they were getting pushback even from snarkers about sharing something like this. So this gave me some questions, right? Are they also being sarcastic about being a head mod of H3 Snark? I don't know what a head mod is compared to like a normal mod. Their name, at least that name, isn't on the list of mods for the H3 Snark. Maybe they took it down, got rid of it, whatever. I can't verify whether or not they were actually a mod, but they are in the lawsuit. So I'm assuming they were found to be a mod by Ethan's lawyers. Also, they're joking around, but at another point in the video, Legal Mindset made it sound like impersonating a Reddit employee is against terms of service. So that alone, like that separately could be an issue when it comes to Reddit itself. And I wanted to check into it, right? Because, like I said, I take what Legal Mindset says with a grain of salt, a bucket of salt after the stuff I learned today. But this is what I was able to find when it comes to impersonation on Reddit. Okay. So first we have do not impersonate an individual or entity. This is more about impersonating like a celebrity or a business. It's not specific to Reddit. So I was like, I don't think that counts. Is this lawyer just getting confused with like impersonating an officer of the law or a federal agent or something like that and just assuming it applies to Reddit employees? But there is something a little closer, something that might be pretty damning, and that's within the Reddit code of conduct for mods. So let me pull that up. Hey, Taylor. Bye, Taylor. Okay, so representing your community. This is off-platform community representation guidelines. So off-platform, but I have a feeling it would apply within the platform as well. You should make clear that you are not an employee of Reddit. You should clarify that any communications from your account represent your own opinions and not the opinion of Reddit or the Redditors who subscribe to the Reddit, a subreddit you moderate. So yeah, I mean, I think that this line feels like maybe they are in violation of the moderator guidelines. But I don't know what kind of a punishment there would even be for that. So after seeing all of this, my main question is one that I think a lot of us are asking, is does this sarcastic joke about working for Reddit, this like ongoing joke, right? This extended joke about being a worker at Reddit, the CEO of Reddit, all that stuff. Does that open this person and also Reddit to deeper discovery or some kind of investigation by the judge, even if it's satire, in order to get to the truth, in order to confirm the truth? Like, will the judge just take it at face value that it's a joke by the mod's lawyer? That feels hard to believe. Right? Especially because we know that these mods have talked about getting free subscriptions, like Reddit paying for subscriptions for this software that would delete their information from the internet, their personal information from the internet. So does that, I feel like those two combined kind of seems to warrant checking further. I don't know if Ethan would get access to that information, right? But it's hard to believe that the judge will just take this as a joke. And I think it's also the second moderator whose declaration I read, who they were the one that mentioned Reddit paying for these subscriptions. And this is the second moderator that's like joking that they're an employee at Reddit. So I don't know if Doe 2 coincide or is the same as the second declaration that I read, but I guess we'll find out. So yeah, to me, it feels like how is the judge going to react to this? I don't think it's just a joke, Your Honor, is going to stand up in court, right? Why would Reddit be paying for subscriptions for people to delete their information? That sounds like a massive cover-up. Yeah, it could definitely be taken that way, right? I mean, they have portrayed it as a safety issue, that they're taking their like address and stuff off the internet, but is it also their personal messages and things like that? We'll get to that. That's next. So yeah, I think because this mod is mentioned in the lawsuit, they're going to have to answer some questions, right? Maybe it is as simple as like confirming where they work or whatever, or that they don't have a job. I don't know, but it kind of makes it messy. And then also, what will Reddit have to say? I don't know. And what if they do work for them? I don't know. There's so much up in the air. I think they would need to prove they don't work there. Yeah. Oh, thank you for all the likes, everybody. Yay. Okay. So all of that's up in the air, and a lot of it will be until next December. But I wonder if the court will be open. That would be cool to be a court reporter for this. Interesting. We'll think about it. We'll think about it and see as things get closer if I can swing that. Okay. So as I was saying, that's all up in the air, but Legal Mindset actually made a much more interesting point, in my opinion, in an earlier video. And it was about the admission of one of the moderators who said Reddit is paying for subscriptions to get their shit removed from the internet. So this is Legal Mindset's clip about that. Again, these are the last videos we were watching of this guy.
And the thing is, the reality is, Reddit itself is scared. It's not just the mods. The rabbit hole is
open, yes, but no filming. That's fine. I know how to write. I would definitely give y'all the tea after every day. I'm gonna put that as a pin. H3 content is always banging, but all the spooky content this month is gonna rock. Oh, thank you, Witch. Thank you so much. Yes, please like and subscribe if you're enjoying this.
Gonna go way, way deeper on this. Just wait. Next slide here.
Like all this, like, we're gonna go, it's gonna explode, we're gonna win. Like, you're a lawyer, bro. I guess I have to downvote this now. Why can't we just be not content brained, you know? Why can't we just be not content brained?
You see, Reddit itself offered, so many, and let me read this quote here. Many of my fellow moderators have endured a deep psychological impact.
This is doe number 2, I believe, or it was the second doe whose declaration I read on my 4-hour stream about this motion to quash. If the second declaration was written by doe 2, then it was written by this Roman P person. I think. So it's interesting that they are claiming they work for Reddit and then outing Reddit for offering to pay for things for them. It's crazy.
In fear of retaliation, to the point that Reddit admins offered us free subscriptions to privacy software that would help remove our PII. PII is personal identifiable information. And by the way, guys on this channel, remember that term. PII is some of the most, that is the gold of the modern era. Every company is trying to farm your PII. If they're trying to give you something for free, it's because they're farming you like an NPC. They're just farming you for that sweet, sweet PII. That's really at the undercurrent of a lot of what's going on.
Okay, Cavcasta, that was a question I had. Reddit offering mods privacy software is more or less standard procedure. It's common. Do we have evidence of that? Do you have like a link of where I could see that policy? Because that's what that was one of my first questions. I have a bunch of questions, but that's the first one. And also just because, all right, we'll get there.
But here we go. Reddit here says, hey, we're going to help you scrub that information from the internet in case we are doxxed and harassed. So Reddit is actually engaging in potential, and once again, I'm going to say allegedly, according to this statement, once again, this is their own filing, but they literally told on themselves and said Reddit admins are helping them scrub evidence. So this can now be escalated by Ethan Klein. Ethan Klein can look at his lawyers, which I'm sure are going to get this clip. I'm very sure they're going to look at this quote over here and say, wait a second, Reddit admins are scrubbing evidence?
Is removing your PII from the internet scrubbing evidence? Like, I don't know the breadth of this software that they are being offered. I don't know if it really is like spoliation. I don't know if Reddit is like aiding and abetting that, because I don't know what is being removed. Like, is it enough? Like, it can't be evidence if it's just your name, right? If a crime was involved, yes. So yeah, my main questions from this are, does this really count as spoliation by Reddit or offered alleged spoliation, even if it's standard operating procedure by Reddit to give this software to mods? Like, could it still be interpreted by a lawyer and by a judge as Reddit helping to purge valuable information for a lawsuit from the internet? I don't know. And like I said, is it a standard service or are they being favored? You can't remove a PII. They can block someone seeing it. Well, I know like through the court, they can do the protective order, which is, I think Denims and the mods are all asking for that. I mean, LUS, is it LUS or Lus? I don't know how to say his name. I'm sure he will cover it, and I will definitely be watching that. So yeah, I don't know if this is them being favored or not, although we had one person in chat say it's standard. I can't independently verify that right now. My other question was, how deep does this go? Like, if they are being favored, if this isn't standard procedure, did they also help the mods find a lawyer? Like, is that another service that Reddit is offering? I have no idea. Because their lawyer is interesting. I think we're going to learn more about their lawyer soon. I can't say anything else. Does Ethan have a right to know the answers to these questions is another question I have. Like, does he have the right to know if, like, what this software is about, if the moderators are in bed with Reddit in any way that is out of the ordinary, right? And does the judge have the right to know the answer to these questions? Like, does this matter to the lawsuit? It feels like it is. It feels like it is, but, and maybe it doesn't feel like it is to everyone, but I think Ethan's lawyer could make a case for why it is. So we'll see about that. Legal Mindset thinks that the judge will agree to deeper discovery on Reddit's relationship with the mods based on this quote, this assertion, this declaration by the moderator. But again, we're taking everything he's saying with a grain of salt. Legal Mindset. We're taking what he says with a grain of salt. And here's why. Here's why today's the last day we're watching Legal Mindset videos. Because I saw this inane shit on the subreddit. So Legal Mindset mentioned this in one of his videos I was watching this weekend. He was talking about Pokemon and he seemed really, really fixated on it. And so he says here, day 10 of the Stop the Pokemon International. Many are canceling Netflix, but the Pokemon Company International, spelled wrong, is pushing the same messages on children, even in schools and public libraries. Tag the Japanese name, not just Nintendo. Here's the message that he's worried about being pushed on children. Torchic says trans rights. And it's just on the Pokemon subreddit. It's not posted by Pokemon. So, and he downvoted it. And he fucking downvoted it. Yeah, I've heard that there's even weirder shit from him. I am not familiar with it. Like, I have just learned about him because of just trying to get to the meat of these legal briefs. But yeah, I will be looking elsewhere for someone to get my information from because what the fuck? We got a transphobe and I don't trust transphobes. Sorry. So all of this to me is a reminder. This is a reminder for our whole community to check our confirmation bias, right? Just because someone is saying what you wish was true, what you think is true, what you want to hear, it doesn't mean it's true, first of all. And it also doesn't mean that it's coming from a principled source. Like, I will wait to hear the truth from someone who doesn't hate trans people. Like, I can wait and find that. You know? I don't need that. And so I think I think if we think of like what the Snark community would do right now, they would run with this, right? They would, even though they knew the truth, let's say they did what I did and like looked into it. Even if they knew the truth, they would still run with the fact that this person works at Reddit and Reddit is in cahoots, and they would just spread that like wildfire while knowing it's a lie. But we can't be like that. We can't be like that. We have to be better than that. So yeah, we will be getting our law breakdowns from LUS in the future, the foreseeable future, since Emily D. Baker isn't covering this. Until I find, well, we'll give LUS a chance until it's revealed that he sucks too, because no male faves, am I right? Oh, I do like Runkle. I do like Ian Runkle. He's good too. Let me write him down. We're all better than that. We are all better than that. No male faves, bros. No faves at all. Loss is kind of sus too. God damn it. I mean, I know he gets kind of content brained too. I mean, I guess what do you expect from lawyers? I mean, who becomes a lawyer? Right? What kind of person becomes a lawyer? The trans flag is beautiful. What I think we need, if I may have a moment of your time before we move on to something very serious. Is it going to work, or is it just going to freeze me? There we go. Oh no, what the fuck? Anyway, it's supposed to be a lesbian tangent. I got to fix that. I don't know what just happened. I think we need a new overarching queer trans pride flag. I think everyone has beautiful flags of their own, but I think the pride flag is getting too, there's so many moving parts that none of the beauty is really showing through of these different flags. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not saying, oh God, everyone gets their own thing. No, I think there's too much going on in the pride flag. Like I maybe we don't do rainbow anymore. Maybe we incorporate the rainbow in a different way. The progress pride flag, I just think it's too much. Like let me look up like the most recent pride flag. Like I understand we all should be represented in it, but maybe there's a way to come up with a new symbol that does represent all of us instead of doing this. I'm sorry. I don't think this looks good. I think there's too much going on. My favorite flag's the American flag. Like maybe we do, hear me out, yellow flag, green assault rifle. Hezbollah, anyone? Yeah, I think it's too busy. I think the circle is for intersex. So I just think we've gotten to a place where we all have our own flags, and that's beautiful and they're gorgeous and I love all of them. Is there a way to make a unified flag that is more melting pot and less salad bowl? Hezbollah, anyone is crazy. Do you see what I'm saying? There's not one color, but I don't know. There's a difference, right? When you think about, because people call America a melting pot, right? But we're not a melting pot. We're more of a salad bowl where there's a bunch of different ingredients, but they're not turning into each other, right? They're not melting into each other. They're just living side by side. So can we do less of a salad, more of a melting pot? Tie-dye would be so cool. Butterfly would be really pretty too. See? No, but the rainbow doesn't represent everybody. The rainbow, like the plain rainbow is gay pride. And maybe at a time that was good for everybody, but it really only represents like white gay people. The people that are fighting for this flag are older white gay men, and I understand why they are attached to it, right? But I think we need another generation of something beautiful and melded, not just like scrapbooked together like this. It can represent everyone, but it doesn't. And at this point, if you take this stuff away and say, nope, this is the pride flag, then everyone here feels erased. Right? H3 pride flag contest. So yeah, that's my opinion. Some people love this flag. I from a visual standpoint, it doesn't look good. I don't think it looks good, and I'm sad about that because this is my flag, and I think I'm allowed to have an opinion. The black and brown symbolizes the black and brown queer people because for a very long time they were sidelined in the mainstream marginalized gay community. So that's important to have them represented here. But I am sure that there are very talented, because gays were also talented designers who could make something beautiful. You know? Yeah, it's not for Black Lives Matter. It's for the black and brown queer people who are part of the community that were and still are very much ignored and marginalized, even within a marginalized community. So, a dolphin! Oh my God, Lisa Frank. So yeah, I'd love something pastel. That would be cute. So yeah, something to think about. Maybe we don't do stripes anymore. I don't know. I just think something cleaner, simpler, that everyone feels like, yes, we are a part of this. Like we all, but you know what? It'll never happen because queer people cannot agree on anything. That's why we ended up with this. Oh, Lisa Frank, that documentary was crazy. All right, so that's my 2 cents about the pride flag. I don't even know how we got there. Okay. Now, we are going to talk about someone on TikTok, and this will be the only time that I talk about them. And this is going to be a very sensitive conversation. First of all, I'm going to give a trigger warning because we're going to talk about SA, specifically interfamilial SA, really serious, horrible stuff, which was all a surprise to me when I saw this stuff on TikTok. But we'll get to that. But I'm just saying that trigger warning for that. And also, I know that y'all are good people. And people who are watching this after, if you're watching the VOD, I know you're a good person and you are not going to use this information to make someone's life harder. I'm sharing it for a reason. They have said they want to get their story out there. And I'm sharing it within the context of what we know about them, because I think it sheds a light on something that I've been talking about. Thank you, Lana. Yes, mods, thank you very much for keeping things cool. We are the good example. Let's remember that. And that means no concern trolling. I'm saying do not leave this person alone. Leave this person alone. Don't engage if they're mentioned on the subreddit. Don't engage if they're mentioned on TikTok. Just leave them alone. Okay? That's what I would like us to do. And thank you to the mods for watching the chat. This is a great chance for us to show that we are better than Snark when it comes to sensitive information. Okay? Okay, so this is about Shag is a bad word. I don't know if y'all are familiar with her. She is one of the people who has been very outspoken about hating H3, hating the fans, and also that she's currently, like, her stuff is being leaked because she's an OF model, okay? Hang on, let me rewind this. So she has been vocal on TikTok about saying that H3 community members are paying for her content and then putting it on our subreddit, which anyone who's actually like been in the subreddit knows that that's just not true. Like, I've never seen anything like that, right? So here she is talking about basically putting in her allegations
of the situation and letting it
This is a video from the law. We're going to talk a little bit more about that later, but here's a little clip.
happen. So let's give her the benefit of the doubt for now and look at the evidence she posted to support her serious allegation.
The point where they're completely exposing some content that I post, which is not all of my content, but what the hell?
Her only
So this is okay. So she was on TikTok saying that people in the H3 community were leaking her spicy videos from her paywalled account. Very serious accusation, right? And something that I don't want happening. This does not feel like something that should be happening, right? A little more volume on the video. Okay, thank you. One sec, let me turn it up. Oh yeah, because legal mindset was like super loud, so I turned it down a little. Thank you. Where the F is it? There we go. Okay, so that's what she was, apparently still accusing us of, right? But this was the only evidence. The evidence was somebody who seems to have paid for her content and said and talked about something that she does in her video. Is that leaking her content? Thank you, Witch. Right? So that was the only evidence that was shown of people leaking her content on the H3 subreddit. That's literally the only thing she posted. I watched the whole video. So in this video by the law, he frames it as exposing Shagisabadword as a liar, right? We do have Avery's response, which kind of lends some credibility to what the law said. So this is the post that was about it. Female Millhouse on TikTok claiming the sub stole her OF pictures and leaked them, which she doesn't have evidence of. Like, I didn't see it in what she posted. So this is what Avery had to say, speaking for all the mods. Allow the mods to respond and make this perfectly clear. We do not allow nor have ever allowed that kind of content, especially leaked ones here on that subreddit ever. That kind of thing would automatically result in an instant ban. With this particular individual, I have not seen that kind of content of theirs posted here, nor am I seeing it in the mod logs, which means other people didn't delete it either. Other mods also didn't see it. I'm not calling them a liar because they could, for all we know, be dealing with a real leak with their content. My point is simple. It's not happening here from what we can see. Not happening here. Maybe they mistook a different unaffiliated subreddit with this one, whatever other reason, or maybe we missed it in our checks. The point is, with peace and love, I'm confident enough to say they're wrong. None of their leaks happened here, hasn't been posted here, and for all I and other mods know, after looking in again on the mod logs, report queue, and the posts up on the subreddit. Even then, if we found that kind of thing that somehow missed all of our checks and Reddit's auto filters, again, we would remove it without hesitation. With all that said, if anyone and or even including this individual has any specific post they would like to report to the moderators, via mod mail or Reddit's reporting queue, we will gladly respond to it immediately and get it removed. I don't care if I'm right or proven wrong and shown that we actually did miss something and we have to address it immediately. As long as this is a safe environment where no type of content like that is being shared, that's all we care about. We respect sex workers here, folks. With that said, I ain't seen any of that here. I don't see it in our mod logs that it did happen, and I didn't see it manually browsing what posts have been up recently. If anyone has seen something similar to this, or even the person making these claims, please feel free to report it immediately for us so we can address it ASAP. Hope y'all are having a fantastic day. Shout out, Wavery. So, seems like she potentially made a mistake or was lying about that. I'm not sure why. Maybe she really just exaggerated from that one comment, which I haven't even seen very much of that, of people commenting about her OF content, which reminder, OF is like the biggest donor to AIPAC. For somebody who is like militant about Palestine. So, all right. So in this video by the law, he is right that she doesn't show any evidence that her spicy content was leaked onto the subreddit, like as Avery mentioned, but he kind of, let me see where this starts up. Okay. Yeah. He kind of, if you keep watching it, go watch it for yourself. He kind of makes this leap from this post, from this inaccuracy, to saying that because she has created her own fan page on Reddit and talks about herself in the third person, like trying to promote herself, that means she lied. That she's like not a trustworthy person. And I will say, I think, of course, it's cringe to self-promote, but you do what you got to do. Like, I don't hold that against her. And also, it doesn't prove that she lied. I think what Avery said more likely proves that she lied. And again, I think this is a case of confirmation bias, right? Where you believe what you want to believe. Because I see people getting pumped up about this video. And then I watched it and I was like, oh, there's not really a link here. There's nothing showing that she like planted something that didn't get removed, or used this burner account to further the lie, right? It's not there, right? It's just not there. So I think they tried to like own her and it just didn't really work. So that's my opinion on the new The Law video, because I think people really liked it, but I didn't see the connection. Like there's like a logical step missing. And I think the most reliable information was Avery speaking for the mods and saying this didn't happen. Most SWs do this type of promo. Yeah, like I think you have to promote yourself. What's the alternative? Working for fucking Andrew Tate and he does it? Like, what are we doing? Sunday morning, it is about to come now. Okay, so we're talking about Shagisabadword. And this is stuff that she has talked about publicly. And it just surprised me when I came across it on TikTok. So I was watching, who was it? It was just some other random person. And I'm not gonna play all of this. Whoa. Thank you. Yeah, that just kind of felt like, oh, we're owning her because she's like promoting herself, which to me is like just what you have to do. Okay. So I was watching TikTok and this creator came up and she starts telling this crazy story about a creator who wants to get their story out there about the things her family did to her. And you know what? I probably don't even need to show you the story. She published it herself, so you can go watch it if you want to. But it's awful. What happened to her as a child was awful. She was like imprisoned, basically. Her Her father was in a relationship sexually with his own mother. Yeah, there was a lot of essay on her and physical abuse on her and her mother. Like, there was just a lot of trauma in this person's past. This is why I'm saying just leave her alone. Just leave her alone. Let her spiral. Let her do what she wants to do. Let her accuse people in this community of what she wants. We know it's not true. And she is clearly in a lot of pain still. She's very young, right? So, and I just wanted to say that this kind of affirms what I've been saying since I started talking about this, that a lot of people in these kind of snarky, highly toxic communities have a lot of shit of their own going on, right? Like, a lot of people who are attacking not just Ethan, but attacking other celebrities like this, in this way, it seems like they have a lot of unresolved trauma, unresolved issues, or they're in a bad place in their life, and it feels good to strike out at someone and get a reaction, even if that reaction is negative, right? To get some kind of feedback makes you feel like you're in control of something. Hurt people, right? Like, it's really messed up. Like, I couldn't even watch the whole thing. It's like a 4-minute video about her father and all the horrible things he did to her. So I'm saying this because I want to help shine a light, like I said, as I have in the past, on the potential psyche of these snarkers and dedicated haters as a whole. Like, before you get into a back and forth with them, or, try to, take them to the mat and show them what's wrong, and or try to convince them that they're lying, just remember that a lot of the time there's something deeply dark happening within them that probably isn't their fault. Like, think about the idea of spending so much time consuming content that you claim to hate, right? And then also making content about something you hate. Like, doing that, making that your full personality, like, that alone feels dysfunctional. And that kind of, it seems like it is often rooted in a larger, more serious dysfunction. And like I said, this is not an excuse or an encouragement to re-traumatize this person, to show anything but love and support to them if you talk to them. Don't bring this shit up. In my opinion, it's best to just leave her alone. Let her say what she's going to say. I think this is a rare look into the mind of someone who is doing this kind of stuff, who is maybe exaggerating about the harm being caused to them, who is putting out false narratives, right? Who is almost like gleefully attacking people and gleefully receiving negative feedback. Like, this feels like a blueprint for snarkers to me. So in my opinion, I think if we see all of the snarkers as someone with a story like this, we will be better off. Wish them well, leave them alone. Don't do fake concern trolling in their comments, bringing up their trauma. Don't re-traumatize this person in any passive-aggressive or aggressive way. Just send healing vibes and let her be, essentially, is what I want to say. Yeah, if you're going to do support, just be careful, right? It's a video called Story Time of My Father. Thank you, mods, for being vigilant in this section. I would say at the most, if you're going to comment, say, I'm sorry this happened to you. Right? If something similar has happened to you, you know, share that if you feel comfortable, right? But otherwise, and only do it on videos where she is openly discussing it herself. This is not something that you want to drag into her other videos. Even if she makes you angry, even if she makes you frustrated, she is dealing with shit that I can't even imagine. Horrifying stuff. I couldn't even get through the video, the full thing. She has had more cruelty done to her than most people will feel in a lifetime. So yeah, I just wanted to put that in context because I was shocked that the story was about her when I like dug into it and found her video about it. Engaging with her just creates a feedback loop, right? So let's just wish her well from afar. Check yourself. Make sure you aren't doing some concern trolling, right? Not this like, she really needs to get help. I hope she gets help, right? No, we're not doing that. This is very, very serious. This is really serious. Don't engage with shit about her on the subreddit. Just wish her the best. Wish her a safe home, which I hope she has now. And wish her an uplifting and positive community around her. Okay? In recovery, we have to pray for the people we are angry with or hurt us. This is the prayer we say. Thank you all for being such decent people. You know, like let's just take ourselves out of the backbiting and the back and forth and just realize that there are some people who are deeply hurt that are in the mix of this. And like I said, just imagine other people are going through something similar if they're being just hideous online, you know? Nah, we ain't doing that. Yeah, we are not harassers. All right. One last little thing. You know that guy that we talked about who killed his parents? And like admitted it on live TV and like felt totally cool about it. Apparently he ran for president. So I don't know where they actually talk about it because I didn't go all the way through this. I'm pulling a denim. So let me check. Actually, I'm going to check the transcript so we don't just sit here and chair react to it. And that's going to close us out for the night. Okay, here we go. Holy shit. Okay. Okay. Interesting. All right. In the summer of 20, we'll just start here because it just gets better and better. All right. This is going to close us out. Is this insane story? Since we're going to miss spooky stuff next week, here's a little spooky for the road.
Tactics. In the summer of 2017, his parents, Franz and Teresa, told neighbors they were going away. On the next day, they disappeared and were never heard from again.
2017, they were last seen.
A neighbor reported that Lorenz regularly visited the property afterward to collect the mail, mow the lawn, and shovel the snow. He told this neighbor that his parents had moved to Germany. The neighbor said that Lorenz provided short answers to questions, was always in a rush, and would never make eye contact. Later, the neighbor noticed a lot of bags and carpet being put out for trash. The backyard of the house, which had once been covered in grass, was now just dirt. In 2020, the police paid a visit to the home of Franz and Teresa after a relative reported that the couple had been out of contact for a long time. The police were told by a neighbor that the couple moved out of the country. This same year, Lorenz made a presidential run as a Democrat in New Hampshire. He campaigned
A fucking Democrat. God damn it. 3 years. He only confessed like this year, I think. But yeah, I can't believe he's a Democrat. I mean, he is talking about, he's insane, right? He is insane, but he is talking about like the problem of maybe the need for like assisted suicide and like compassionate suicide, right? Or euthanasia, or however you want to say it.
campaign on a platform of dissolving the presidency, promoted anti-Semitic conspiracy theories,
Oh no!
and wanted to break the country into 4 regions to control the deep state.
How are you going to run it? You know what? I think he was running as a Democrat in New Hampshire because it would be easier, because that's all Republican shit that he wanted to do. I heard he got maggot out, though, then maybe he switched. Well, yeah, he seemed like not really to be a Democrat if you're going with the anti-Semitism and the deep state stuff. I think he's confused, like a lot of these nut jobs, right? They have very confused ideology. Oh my God, I can't believe he ran for president. And in that interview, he was like, yeah, I do think the country should be split into 4, or I think the country should be split up, but that's a different story. It's like, oh my God, bro.
Not surprisingly, Lorenz was unsuccessful in his presidential bid. At some point, it appears as though Lorenz moved into the house at 6 Crestwood Court, or at least recorded this address as his residence. Now moving
New Hampshire, yeah, and they are pretty red. So I wonder why. Well, I guess in 2020. Yeah, I don't know why he ran. Well, probably because Trump was in office, right? Was that Trump? So maybe as like in the primary he ran?
to the
That's my
timeline
guess.
of the crime. On May 21, 2025, the police in Albany were informed by investigators with Social Security about a potential fraud case. It appeared as though someone had been collecting the benefits for Franz and Teresa Kraus. On
For 8 years, and they didn't do anything.
September 24, 2025, the police found 2 bodies in the backyard at 6 Crestwood Court. Things were not looking too good for Lorenz Kraus. He was an obvious suspect in the murder of his parents.
Kelsey.
On the next day, September 25, the news station CBS 6 in Albany received a 2-page manifesto from Lorenz. He said it was not a manifesto, but clearly it is. The news director, Stone
It's not a manifesto. It's just two written pages of what I think should happen in the world.
Grissom, called Lorenz and had a conversation with him. Lorenz told Stone that he buried his parents in the backyard of their house. When Stone
Yeah. So you can. Are there any good Lorenzes? Good question, K-Boo. I don't know why the sounds aren't on. Hopefully you guys can hear them, but maybe not. Oh, because I'm a bing bong and I turned them off last night because we were playing. We were playing Subnautica. So yeah, that's Lorenz Kraus. You can watch more of his interviews on one of my older streams, or on the internet anywhere. Okay, so a reminder that this next week is gonna be weird because I'm traveling a bunch. I almost never travel, but I happen to be having a work trip and a writing retreat back to back. So here is the schedule. Tomorrow I'm doing a mukbang from my phone from the West Coast, baby. Once I have a time, y'all will have the time. It's likely that it might be just a surprise. Like as soon as I get my food, I'll just go live. No streams Monday, Tuesday. Might do on Wednesday. That's the day I fly home. We'll see. Not confident. More likely I'll do the stream on Thursday when I'm feeling better. Friday, Saturday, I'm off the grid writing in Vermont. And then I'll be back on Sunday and we will do a normal show. So that's the live tonight, everybody. I have a ton of shit to go do. So I hope you all have a wonderful week. And I will see ya tomorrow if you want to watch me eat some Filipino takeout, some Filipino fast food, which I'm really excited about. Or next week when I see ya. But I'll be thinking of you every day. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful night. And I will see you on the other side. Bye.